Even in this age of technology, we all still have to write. And whether you scribble, scroll, script, or print, some say your writing is a window to your soul.
Handwriting Analysis is an amazing personality diagnostic tool. There's about 160 different personality traits that you can discover from handwriting.
Handwriting expert Bart Baggett says your penmanship reveals your personality, whether you want it to or not.
Handwriting is a projection of the unconscious mind on paper. And the neat thing about handwriting is it freezes the movement, so there's sort of a trail of these unconscious thoughts.
And that trail is being used more and more by employers, therapists, and even your potential mate to figure you out. Do you high cross your T-bar like President Bush? You have high self-esteem. Or maybe you have a figure-8 stroke like Brad Pitt. Then you have fluid thought. But watch out for loopy O's. They mean the writer is a liar. And you definitely do not want the long beginning strokes of Ted Bundy.
This is the one trait which I see consistently in serial killers' handwriting.
So watch the dot to your I's and the cross to your T's, because they can reveal more about you than you think. So what about us? What does our handwriting say about the real Campbell Brown and Lester Holt?
For that answer and ways to tell what your friends and family, even your bosses, really think about you, we're going to turn to Michelle Dresbold, who is the author of Sex, Lies, and Handwriting. Michelle, welcome.
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to have you here.
We've got a lot of interesting examples we want to walk through before we get to our stuff. First of all, let me just ask you, when you see somebody who does perfect lettering like that, does that mean they're a perfect person?
Well, anal, you're right. When it's too perfect, it means that person cannot relax and cannot be spontaneous. You never want to see too perfect handwriting, because the person's trying to control everything and they're just maybe one brink away from falling apart.
We don't fall in that category.
Oh,
No, we
good.
really don't have that problem.
No perfection going on here, folks.
Okay, this one is a shark's tooth, is what you call it. And what does that mean?
Well, see, if you notice that sometimes you have letters, they could be R's, and they actually look like a shark's tooth. When you see shark's tooth in a handwriting, it means that person can eat you up and spit you out.
Wow.
You want to watch out for this in handwriting.
Those shark's tooth people, I always knew
Who
that.
knew?
I always knew they were crooked. Let me ask you about the eyes. Here's a small dotted eye. There's a big eye. What does that say?
Well, your capital I, we're talking about your personal pronoun I, that should be a capital. When you have a little I like this, what is it? It's what we call the Peter Pan eye. It's an eye of a person who says, I don't want to grow up. And a big eye like this, which is bold, and it's an aggressive person who says, look at me, here I am.
That's what most people do. They would put a big eye there.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. I'm a little eye
little
person.
eye?
Yeah. Okay, what about underlining?
Underlining, if you underline one word, it's okay, like, hey, breakable. But if someone who underlines everything, what are they saying? They're saying, we don't know what's important. So you want to watch out for people who underline everything. Look at this person underline the word